Hi, I am here today with Phil.
Hi.
And we're going to be reading out some tweets that we've sent out, some of your responses, and just chatting about that a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah, we gave you some questions and you gave us some answers, so I think it's only fair that we answer those answers with perhaps more questions.
All right, so I think a nice place to start is, a few days ago actually, we asked you what main changes will you be making to your podcast for 2020? So let's hear some of your responses.
Someone said a second alternative logo and a theme song, which suggests to me that you've already got one alternative logo and theme song.
I mean, the alternative word there makes it very, very confusing. How many pieces of artwork do you need?
I don't know, as many as you can get, really.
Yeah.
They've also added and then monetize a bit, just a bit,
just a little bit,
not too much, just not even a comfortable income. I think just a little bit of change, really. I think
clearly you just don't want to make too much money, do you?
Yeah. Similar theme as well. We've got another one: artwork, format, more interviews, new music, lots in capital letters.
Ooh. Oh wow. So, are they implying they don't have any artwork to start with?
I don't know, but they've gone from none to now lots.
They want lots of artwork.
Yeah. I mean, what's lots more than zero? And then another one is brilliant, simple, but it's a great piece of advice. The main thing that they will change to their podcast in 2020 is editing.
Ah. Interesting. I do like the idea of a podcast that's completely unedited.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just record your radio show and just upload it straight away.
Exactly, but I wonder, I'm excited to find out what this year will bring to your now edited podcast. There's another one which is a very honest one, and it's a great piece of advice, particularly if you want to grow your podcast this year. Someone said that they're going to start to get listeners.
Oh.
It's a great piece of advice, and it's nice how honest you are about the fact that you either don't have any or you don't have enough to count, really.
I mean, just putting it out there for everyone to hear that you have not enough listeners.
Yeah, so
very honest.
That's good. It's a nice change.
But what is enough listeners, though?
I don't know. How long is a piece of podcast?
Well, I think actually enough listeners is enough to make a little bit of money.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, monetize a bit while you're at it as well. Someone said a theme song. That's always a good one. Obviously you don't want to be using your copyrighted material now. But yeah, if you've got your own piece of theme music, it can really give your show a bit of character, if it will.
It can, yeah. Combine that with lots of artwork, and you've got a great podcast on your hands.
Someone's given us four things that we're going to do. We did ask for the main one, so you've already kind of disqualified yourself, but here are four main ones. Improved audio equipment. Very good. I've actually just done that myself this year. I thought, go big or go home. So I went go broke as well. So I've bought lots of new equipment, but my podcast is going to sound really, really
you can't go home because you had to remortgage it.
Exactly. Improved recording schedule.
Oh,
okay. Good. I mean, it's good to be kind of discipline yourself as well, particularly if you're podcasting with your friends. It can be quite difficult to keep everyone in line and check. Yeah. So getting that improved schedule is very good. Improved content.
Okay.
I don't know if you're just being honest or critical of yourself there. And then again, hopefully get more listeners. So, well, if you've got improved content, then hopefully, yes.
Well, I think if you do the first three, then you will get more listeners in the process.
Excellent. But yeah, some really good big plans here. So, I'm looking forward to it. Another question that we did ask in the past is preparation is everything in podcasting, as you know, but how long do you take to prep for an episode?
Oh, that's a very good question. Whoever asked that deserves a pay rise. It wasn't even me. Quite a long, detailed answer here. For my solo shows, little to none. I like the feeling of immediacy when I have to record it right then. But for interviews, though, I can start prepping weeks ahead, watching or listening to prior interviews, reading books, watching trailers, etc. Coming up with unique questions. I mean, we were kind of looking for an amount of time, which you didn't really give us, but I like the detail.
Well, clearly they just wing it, don't they? So,
only for their solo shows.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Interview shows, though.
Ooh. The whole band shows.
That sounds like that could take months. Here we have another one. I read a book, come up with a way to use it in an unrelated storyline, write over 4,000 words per episode. Oh, Christ. Do multiple voices, sound design, music direct, engineer it, and more. I have to do a lot of prep.
Yeah, there's a nice sort of, nice little pause between those. I mean, the show sounds great. Like, it's definitely going to be very interesting, very in-depth, but that also sounds a lot of ache.
4,000 words per episode.
I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to.
This one's a bit easier. We will be thinking about it all week and then spend a few hours fine-tuning our notes and audio clips.
Good advice.
Yeah, just a few hours, great amount of time.
That's all you need.
It really depends on the topic. I spent days researching for just one segment and 30 minutes for others.
Okay, well, really for a balanced podcast, that sounds great. Whatever you do, you should really spend the same amount of time on both, really. Just stretch it out a bit.
And here we go. This one's straight into the point. 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
What more do you need? 20 minutes of prep.
20 minutes later.
Oh, we got one more here. Finding that out the hard way and definitely learning a few lessons at the moment. Didn't really answer the question at all. Oh, this one here. Oh, we got two conflicting ones here. One says a few minutes, one all week long.
Oh, okay.
I feel sorry for one of their wives. Okay, so moving on to the next question we've asked you is, what's the worst thing for a listener to experience on a podcast?
I guess sort of being murdered whilst listening is pretty bad. I mean, it's not a very welcome.
Like, if I got murdered while listening to a podcast, I'm not going to want to go back and listen to it, am I?
Oh, no. But it's a unique listener on your stat.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
A couple of ones. It is a great one. It's a bit crass, but it's definitely a fact. The infamous brown noise. Now, are you aware of the brown noise?
I'm aware of brown noise, but I don't think I've ever heard it on a podcast.
No.
And that's definitely something I would remember.
I've definitely heard a lot of brown noise. Sorry.
Bad jokes are the lowest form of comedy.
Dead air due to poor editing. Very, very good advice.
Very good point, yeah.
You want to be, really shipshape when it comes to your editing. So the one that said in our previous question about editing, you might want to listen to this. Poor host or co-host group vamping.
Oh, like with the teeth.
Well, I assume so. I mean, getting the blood sucked out of your veins is factually a very unpleasant experience while listening to a podcast. Do you know what group vamping is?
I honestly thought it had something to do with vampires.
I thought it was just a vampire party. It's where everyone's just talking pointlessly, like really bad jokes, ums, ahs, and ers. It's kind of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Different show in the RSS feed. Don't bait and switch your audience with your first show, then keep the same RSS feed when you decide you want to do a different show. New show, new RSS feed. Let people decide for themselves if they want to opt into the new show.
I mean, that's a very good point.
Yeah, I don't know if it meant to be as aggressive as I read it, but it's still very good advice. Yeah, if you got a new show, again, I keep mentioning myself because I'm an egomaniac, but I've got a new show. But yeah, I'm asking people on my other podcast if they want to listen to it, but I'm not forcing them to. So if they want to listen to my completely different new podcast, then they can, and they should.
Just don't bait and switch. Don't do it in real life either. We've all had a few bad Tinder dates that have been a bait and switch, and just don't do it.
Yeah. Vamping. Let's do that bit again. Yeah. Here's another one for you, Daryl. You ready?
Right.
Not all podcast episodes are created equal. What topic did your most popular episode cover?
Well, we've got quite a few popular episodes here.
Excellent.
So let's just read through the whole list, shall we? And then we'll see which one we like the most. Yeah. First up, pet peeves and celebrity crushes. Something you'd listen to?
So, yeah, I'm happy to find out what the people's are.
You don't have any pet peeves or celebrity crushes?
I don't know, maybe, if push comes to shove.
Next up we attempted to design the perfect mall food court. Okay. Oh, I like this next one. Their most popular episode covered Love Island UK.
Ooh. It's actually a pet peeve of mine, the fact that I'm enjoying Love Island.
Oh no, this new season is terrible.
It's not very good.
There's not enough drama. Going from that to very serious mental health and addiction.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
And then we have robots and mecha in RPG games. I mean, what is the difference between robots and mecha though?
One is a robot. The other is Paul McCartney's nickname. Oh, Macca. Sorry.
Rocket, man. I know you will.
Moving on. Our original ghost stories, which had a ghost clown.
A ghost clam?
A ghost clown.
Oh, right, okay.
Serial killers, all of them.
All of the serial
killers. Up next, we have dad bod. Are women actually more attracted to dad bods? What does that mean for your health? Why didn't Jesus have a dad bod?
Well, that is a great point, and that would be my most popular episode, I think, discussing why Jesus himself didn't have a dad bod.
I mean, he wasn't a dad.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a perfect example of a dad bod.
But you are a dad, so that makes sense.
Dad. I do have a bod.
So maybe just leave a comment in the description which body is more attractive.
Mine or Jesus's?
Jesus, man. Just rounding off this series of questions, someone's most popular podcast episode was, for some reason, I don't know why, my sister.
Oh.
This one could be better. Their most popular podcast episode was about courgettes.
Courgettes?
If that's your most popular podcast episode, I would hate to listen to the rest.
Maybe the podcast is all about fast food and here's an healthy option and everyone tunes in for it.
Shove it in, quick and easy.
Yeah, nice. Is that it? We're doing it now.
That's it. That was the last one. Well, thanks for joining us. That was a lot of fun reading out your tweets. We do have a few more out there, so if you ever see any of our tweets, just leave a comment and maybe we'll be reading out yours next time.
Yeah, because I know we've been a little bit silly, but a lot of the advice that you do share with us, it's a great way to expand the horizons of many of our, our podcasting communities. So, please respond as much as possible to any of our questions. And of course, if you've got any questions yourself about podcasting, then you can always get in touch.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so we'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. My name is James, and I set up Podcast.co for podcasters just like you. Now, we offer industrial grade podcast hosting. You can check out our services over on Podcast.co. Just hit the sign up button. You can create a free account. You don't even need to enter your credit card information. You can import your podcast from another host. Maybe you're stuck with one of those nasty old school podcast hosts that's not giving you everything you need. Well, we've got one plan for every podcast, and we call it the Power Plan. It has unlimited episodes, unlimited listeners, plus a whole bunch of other awesome features. Go and check it out. Just head on to Podcast.co and click that sign up button.
You're looking forward to editing this one, Ben.